Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all those around the world. Welcome back to the Pokemon Unite video featuring Pikachu here in the Master Rank going through the bot lane. Today is an interesting day. Overall for us, overall for the game. Today, man, we had Thanksgiving on a Saturday. You know, but at the end of the day, like, my dad wasn't feeling too good and stuff. It's hard to be here, you know, cooking food and be here for him, you know what I mean? So today was a little interesting, but you know, at the end of the day, man, we still gotta have my videos ready to go. We gotta push through content. We gotta grind. We gotta get up there, you know. So it's a good thing that there's always enough time in the day, hopefully, to get everything done. Now, on a happier note, we are playing some Pikachu. And what that means is Pikachu is one of those Pokemon that are really slept on. Now that people play Pikachu, we all know it. We don't see him that often. And 9 out of 10, when you do play Pikachu, he doesn't really make a huge impact in the game, right? He really doesn't. Let's be fair. Unless you're a really good Pikachu man. And I know there are some players out there who just play nothing with Pikachu. I know y'all are there, and I know y'all think this Pokemon is really good. Now, it's hard to argue that Pikachu doesn't bring anything to the table. He brings damage, he brings crowd control, he brings CC. He brings everything to the table that some Pokemon don't. Some Pokemon only bring damage, they don't bring any form of crowd control, they don't bring any form of that whatsoever. Pikachu has stuns, AoE stuns, he's at AoE damage, he has single target, gap closer, single target, you know, CC. I think he brings a lot to the table. I just wish more people would play this Pokemon. Sadly enough, I think the metagame is not warranting Pikachu, you know what I mean? There's not really a spot on a team for Pikachu versus set other Pokemon. You know, just like when you see a Charizard or you see an Ivysaur and stuff, you wonder how they fit on a team, you know, versus said Pokemon. It's interesting. I wish they would open up the meta, for example, meaning like everyone has that misconception where this Pokemon's bad because XYZ says so. You know what I mean? I think every Pokemon has a chance to be really good, or every Pokemon is really good in the right hands. And I think Pikachu's no different, man. It all depends on how you play him, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting down here with the Blissey and a solo queue game. We're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. Now, I give it to you, Crustle is really annoying for me to deal with, especially when it comes to that form of how much damage I can do. And I wish we were sitting here focusing on this objective instead of trying to fight. I'm sitting here trying to zone targets off and stuff. And our Talonflame just hanging out over there in the bush. You know, it's just like, you got Fly, you got Brave Bird, you have a chance to steal this, and you miss your Unite move. You miss your opportunity to steal the Dreadnought. It's just like, what are you doing? You know, in these team aspects, in these team games, that's why I think Pikachu really shines, because he's not a solo carry, you know what I mean? Especially when all his damage can be AoE or AoE stuns and what have you. He's really good for team compositions that warrant team play, you know? He's not one of those Pokemon that you can just pick up and be like, I'm a solo carry this game, you know what I mean? You have to sit here, you gotta play with your team to perform well. At least I think so far in solo queue with Pikachu. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because why? It's a team game, you're supposed to do that. So it kind of teaches you good practice, you know what I mean? To be here, to be with your team, to know you can't necessarily 1v5 half the time, you know? Look how much damage he does though. Like, it's pretty fun. Now, so his passive ability allows you to slow down an enemy Pokemon once they get close to you. It's called Paralyze. It doesn't stun them or anything like that. Look how much burst damage Crustle does, though, by the way. It's kind of nuts sometimes. I got all this barrier on, and this man still comes up here, tries to take me down. Look, like, what am I supposed to do in that situation? What am I supposed to do? You know? We couldn't stop him. But it's okay, though. That's alright. Everybody gets one. But in any case, Pikachu has that AoE damage for his Unite move, which strikes down random targets that are inside the vicinity. Now, if it is a single target inside the area of your Unite move, it'll strike that Pokemon multiple times. But when you have like 3 or 4 Pokemon in that area of your Unite move, it'll strike them, you know, simultaneously until your Unite move is, you know, finished. It does a nice bit of damage. It brings you a barrier just because, you know, Buddy Barrier. It just has a nice chunk of AoE, right? Whereas you have Thunder, which is kind of similar, except for you don't get the really big zone, a big area, but you throw it down in an area and it does damage to those in it, which is also really good. I don't think people utilize it, you know, properly, especially considering it's got buffed. And it does a lot of damage. Like, I don't really feel like Electro Ball is the bread and butter anymore. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to trying to peek at the Dreadnought so I can give my team, you know, like sight or see what's going on with it. That's the only reason why I was there. So this time I had a feeling Talonflame could possibly get there, you know, and he did. He did his job. He got there to the Dreadnought, he Brave Birded it, and we're good to go. Doing things like that, getting them Dreadnoughts, getting those early game objectives really helps you push your team ahead. That first Dreadnought is the most important Dreadnought in the game. Although we missed the first one because Talonflame was nowhere to be found that time. We got this one. Somehow he got unstoppable and was not able to be picked up by me. I don't know, that was interesting. But it is what it is. He was able to get out of there, even though with red buff I was slowing him down and stuff, you know, Crustle being Crustle. It's okay. Now, other than that though, his Volt Tackle ability is also really good. So what you do with this is you Volt Tackle and you drop Thunder in an area, that way they're taking Thunder damage while they're CC'd. It's kind of like his signature 1v1 bread and butter ability, which you can't get out of, because once you get Volt Tackled, you're stuck in that animation, so you're taking all that damage. It helps you set up kills for your team. And like I said, I think this Pokemon's pretty nuts in the right hands. For all you Pikachu mains out there, I know y'all play Pikachu a lot. What do y'all feel about him right now in the metagame? You guys wish y'all saw him more? You wish that maybe he got another buff? Does he need a new buff or something? Because we don't see him that often. You know what I mean? Even in climbing up to veteran rank, climbing up to through masters, you don't see a lot of Pikachu. Now, being in master rank, I still don't see a lot of Pikachu. There's got to be a good reason for that. Like, I see more Garchomp and I see more Gardevoir than I do see Pikachu. And that's crazy. You know what I mean? It's one of those ordeals, man. But I'm here. I'm having fun with him. I know everyone else can be having fun with Pikachu if they just pick him up and give him a chance. Running the right item builds and stuff. I mean, there's not a wrong build, I guess you could say. I mean, if you're going to sit here and run straight attack damage on Pikachu, yes, and I give it to you. Probably not the best idea. But either way, though, you guys need to be picking up that buddy barrier just because it gives you shield when you Unite move. Other than that, man, you can pretty much use whatever you want. You can use Wise Glasses, you can use Choice Specs, Special Attack Specs, you can use all of those. Pikachu warrants good practice with all those items. It's just that you have to score with Special Attack Specs, which isn't that too big of a deal. But in the same sense, if your team isn't, you know, I did not see that, what do you call it, tidal wave coming through from Cramorant, which is very unfortunate. We try to push this road through the goal while our team is sitting over here fighting at Zapdos. And sadly enough, instead of just trying to defend Zapdos, they're trying to take Zapdos, which solo queue, man. It is what it is. Now we're in that situation where they see what the rest of the team is doing. We have 3 of them in the base, but now we're gonna end up probably losing the Zapdos because you know how this game works. Let's be honest, you know. I'm sitting here, only man alive. Eldegoss just gets up. I gotta go in. I gotta do something here. Now Zeraora does that huge mistake there where he Volt Charges and Volt Switches in for some reason. I know he didn't have Unite move up, so he wasn't going to get enough damage to take me down here. But it just, the AoE damage of Thunder just does a lot of burst for Blissey to survive and Greninja to survive after his Unite move. So we do quite well. We clean it up. And we do the Pikachu things. We get that AoE damage, man. This is one, like I said, this is one of the things I like about this Pokemon. He has so much burst damage that people just don't realize it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's nothing too crazy. It feels balanced. During the beta, he was a monster. Out of the beta, I want to say he's a balanced Pokemon now. But, you know, each their own. But anyways, guys, this has been Pawse Plays. Hopefully you guys are enjoying, you know, your time playing Pokemon Unite, you're enjoying your Thanksgiving, and enjoy your weekend, what have you. Hey, smash that like button, join that Discord, but tell me I suck. Come say hi, man. Glad to talk to you guys, man. We can group up here if you guys want to group up, play some games. We're still looking forward every single day. But in any case, man, catch you guys in the very next video. I'm out.